not, really not. It's Webby Norfolk, yeah. And today, me, Matthew Webb, is going to be talking to you about the Norfolk Broads. I have had a day in Hopton and the surrounding areas, which is near Wroxham, and also near the Norfolk Broads. Well, there's a lot of things that I found out. There are a lot of human attractions of this area, and some of them are like Bewilderwood, only a couple of minutes from the area. All the shops like Roy's, McDonald's, and like the churches and stuff like that, which obviously are man-made. A lot of tourists go to Hopton. Yeah. The nature attractions are mainly the Broads, obviously, and to see loads of wildlife like kingfishers and all those sort of birds. For example, I went up to Soho Broad. I drove up there because all the boats were being used, sadly. And Toby, I don't actually know if it's Toby, to be fair, pretty sure it's Toby, but if it weren't Toby, yeah. Said how there's a new project going on there, very decent project, for all the wildlife and a lot of birds, is what he said. Right, now I'm going to talk to you guys about tourism and benefits in the area. There are a lot of advantages brought by tourism in the area. For example, if a family were coming down on the Broads to like go on a cruise, and let's say they stopped at Fickthorn roundabout, which is just on the outside of Norwich, and they had to get some petrol. They paid £10 for petrol, then that £10 from the petrol has automatically, because the shopkeeper decided that he wanted to go for a very posh restaurant called Bally Italia. That £10, they had a drink there, that spent that £10, and then the Bally Italia waiter decided that she wanted to go to Pleasurewood Hills. So she paid £10 there. The £10 there from for Pleasurewood Hills staff went to Bewilderwood, and so they spent £10. But then the staff of Bewilderwood decided that she wanted to get her grandma a box of chocolates, so she spent it in Tesco's, and then the Tesco's till owner got the £10 and decided that it was important to get flowers for her mother's grave. Then the flower shop decided that they needed something to eat, so they went to fish and chips. So there you go, you can see where the £10 has been used already, and that's before they even got to the Broads. So a lot of businesses and jobs rely on tourism in the area. For example, Houghton wouldn't be around if tourism wasn't there, because there's about 11 houses possibly. I didn't really count, to be honest with you, but there's not that many houses, and there's probably about the same shops, which and some of the shops like the news agents and the ice cream guy wouldn't be there without the Broads. So that's one of the advantages things, but also the boat hire is a Broad and that means there wouldn't be that much joy, and then the boat hires staff and all that who keep the boat hires clean would be out of a job, very most likely. Also, McDonald's is needed, but because it will keep getting money in, and I reckon, right, I know tourism has got more people come to Hoston, buy stuff in Hoston, than tourism-wise, than people who actually live there, because that is very clear. So, yes, that is very important. The environment also benefits from tourism in the area. For example, if there was no tourism, they wouldn't be able to put in this new project up in Selhurst Broad, or I'm pretty sure it was Toby, wouldn't be around to make sure that there's like breeds and all that for the kingfishers or the other birds. So that's very important, and also it's also to show that people that nature is around them, and there's a nature trail as well, which I think is very important. And that wouldn't have been paid for unless they had funding for it. So that's an extremely important thing. There'd be a lot of, as I've just said, there'd be a lot of people against the ban for tourism boats to be banned, because they wouldn't get the money from it. Well, now we get flip this side over and say what problems do tourism and boating bring to the area? Boating brings a lot of problems to the board. For example, if you search on YouTube or whatever, you'll see a lot of people with big boats trying to get under through a small gap. Tip: it probably doesn't work. It's very funny, but still, I think for your safety, I think you probably shouldn't do it. So they're also like, when they go too quickly, they are destroying the breeds for all the animals. So that's very important. Please do keep to the to the 4 mile or whatever an hour speed limit because of the swash. Because they want to keep down the swash, and that's extremely important, as I said. There's a lot of conflicts in tourism creates in the area. For example, it's very noisy at night or in the daytime, and they don't really enjoy that. It's also very litterish, and obviously the residentials there don't really want to be looking at litter out of their window, do they? However, there is a lot of toilets and all that services-wise. The other problem for tourists is, do you bring to towns and that, like Wroxham and Hoverton, is they wreck the place. It probably is quite a nice town, but when people go in there, and let's say there's about 150 at least visitors a day to Austin, right? At least. Yeah. They wreck the place because it's not exactly going to be as nice as it was as if there was only 50, would it? There's always going to be one litter picker, one person who smokes, one person who destroyed the bridge or something like that. Yeah, and also do not put a litter in the sea. That's just something to do. Do not put a litter in the sea. I saw plenty of litter in the sea there, and I'm not very happy with that. The people in favour of a ban on tourist boats would probably be the wildlife police, because I think it's called the Board Authority, who are basically the police for the board, because they would, even though it not mean they're out of job. It means the protection would be a lot better for all the animals. Also, there's people like that have evidence. The problem with them, they might move away if the boards isn't there, because obviously they might not be able to get a job, or they might not be at school, for example. Right, I have also looked deeply into alternatively solutions. So, for example, what is the Board Authority already doing to help protect the boards, you might be like? Well, they're making sure people can't go under 4 miles an hour, over 4 miles an hour, or whatever the speed limit is. I know this because when I went on this trip, they said that, well, I'm still on it, but when they went on the trip and talked to these guys, they said that they would fine people like they get fined for speeding in the car. The Board Authority is also putting a lot of money into, definitely they are, protecting the sea, and that is very important. The Broadland District Council are doing a lot of things to help the town and villages. For example, they keep running the schools. They're giving people litter picks so that they can do that and stuff like that. Management schemes are quite good. Obviously, I'm not sure I said this right, but on the bridge, they put wooden stuff so it don't crack into the stone, even though they don't make that much difference. But the management, they are trying to improve it, and they're hoping to make it better. I think the problem can be resolved, right, by, first of all, do not put houses right next to the river, because then all the litter will go into them. But also, there'll be a couple of people making, like there are already, but to keep reinforcing it, make sure that people are always looking out on the boards and making sure that all the hedges are cut back and all that. That's very important, because even though they do want to leave it to overflow a little bit, they also don't. They do not want people messing around and swinging on the vines and stuff like that. And I think that is extremely important. And guys, this is coming to the end of my amazingly long clip about Hoston and the boards. I hope you're enjoying this. If you did, please do not forget to give me a high level. And if you didn't, then I'm very sorry, sir. Goodbye. Hope it was good.
This is by Matthew Webb. Bye.